This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hey guys, welcome back to this brand new video. In this video, let's create an awesome looking corporate slideshow animation inside of After Effects in a few simple steps, and you can use it for corporate presentation. This is Vikas from Skyline Motions, and without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so here we are in Adobe After Effects, and if you are new on this channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification for more interesting videos, and let's start by creating a new composition. So click on this new composition button, or you can just go over here and take a new composition, and this is going to be our main composition, so let's call it main. Set it 1920 by 1080. Let's go with any frame rate. So in this case, I am going with 30 frame per second. But if you want a smooth animation, then you can go with 60 frame per second as well. All right, and set the duration 6 seconds long and hit OK. Now we have to create one more composition. So just go to this composition, take a new composition, and this is going to be our media composition where we can drag and drop our video or image file. So let's call it media. Leave the setting as it is and click on OK. Now we need to import an image file. So just go to this project window, right click on that, go to import file, and let's import an image file. So just go to the link and download this image if you want and click on import. Basically, you can import any image or video file and just drag this image file into this media composition. You can scale it up and down and set this image according to this composition, and then go to your main composition. And here we have to import this media composition into this main composition, just like this. All right. And after that, we have to animate this image. So what we have to do, just go to the end of this animation, hit S on the keyboard to open this scale property, and click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe on a scale property. Go to very first frame of this animation and let's increase the size a little bit. So I'm going to set this value 120%, and then we will get this type of animation. And after that, you can adjust the image. So in this case, I want to drag this image a little bit on right hand side. So hold shift on the keyboard, press right arrow key, and just place this image just like this. All right, now we have to fill this blank area, as you can see. So just go to this effect and preset. If you don't have this effect and preset, then go to window and check this option effect and preset right over here and search for motion tile. So this is our motion tile effect. Let's apply this motion tile on this media composition, and here we have to increase output width. So let's set it 200 and check this option mirror edges, and it's looking perfect. After that, let's create a duplicate of this media, but before that, let's rename it to media 1. Hit Ctrl D on the keyboard to duplicate, and this is going to be the media 2. All right, now let's apply some effect on it. So just go to this effect and preset and search for tint, and let's apply this tint effect or black and white effect on this media 2 layer and make it black and white. Now we have to apply one more effect. So let's search for Gaussian blur. So this is our Gaussian blur. Let's apply this Gaussian blur on this media 2, and let's increase the blurriness value something around 50 and make it just like this. And after that, let's apply one more effect. So in this case, let's search for brightness and contrast. Let's apply this brightness and contrast on this media 2 composition. Maybe set this contrast value -100 and make it like this. And after that, let's create a matte layer. So what we have to do, just select this paint tool, double click on this blank area, and just click on this fill and set it to solid color. Let's pick any color and go to stroke, turn off the stroke. All right, hold Control and scroll down to zoom out, and let's create a rectangular shape just like this. All right, and after that, let's animate this matte. So Just select this shape layer 1, right click on that, click on rename, call it matte. Just go to on 2 second right over here and hit P on the keyboard to open this position property. Lock this position as it is by clicking on this stopwatch button. Go to very first frame of this animation. Let's drag this matte layer on right hand side. You can animate in any direction, it's totally depending on you. And now we will get this type of animation. After that, just go to on 1 second and open this matte layer, close this transform, open this content, open this shape, and open this path 1. And here we have this path. So click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe on path and go to on 3 second and let's arrange this path. So select this move tool, select both the control points, hold shift on the keyboard, press left arrow key and place it like this. Select this control point only, hold shift, press right arrow key and create a nice shape just like this. And now let's close this matte layer, hit U on the keyboard to open these active keyframes. Now let's change the shape of this one. So set the CTI on 1 second where we have created a keyframe. Select this path and drag it just like this. Go to very beginning of this animation and let's drag it like this and set this value something around 3200. Before we proceed further, let me tell you this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creatives and curious people on the topic including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. Skillshare offers creative classes designed for real life and all the circumstances that comes with it. These lessons can help you to stay inspired, express yourself, and introduce you to a community of millions. You can check out this course, How to Master a Song Like a Pro by Young Guru. In this 45-minute class, go behind the scene with jazz audio engineer Young Guru as he breaks down how you can capture professional sound quality in a DIY recording setup. And I have a good news for you guys. The first 1000 people to use the link given in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of a Skillshare Premium. Just go to the link in the description and check this out. Now it's looking perfect. Select all the keyframes, hit F9 on the keyboard to easy ease them, go to your graph editor and let's create a nice smooth curve. If you can't see this graph editor like this, then right click on that and check this option, edit a speed graph. Alright, and now let's do the same thing for this one. Just like this. Alright. And now let's take a look. So we have nice and smooth animation as you can see. And after that, we have to create 3 different copies of this matte layer. So select this matte layer, hit Ctrl D 2 times on the keyboard and you can rename it properly. So right click on this matte. Let's call it matte 1. So we have matte 1, 2 and 3. And after that, we have to create a color solid layer. So just go to layer, go to new, go to solid, and let's select any color that you like, just like this. You can call it color. Hit OK. Now let's create a duplicate of this color. So hit Ctrl D on the keyboard, and this is going to be white solid. Now let's change the color of this white solid. So hit Ctrl Shift Y to open this solid setting and we have to select pure white color just like this. Click on new. Alright, and now I'm going to use this matte 1 for this media 2, matte 2 for this color and matte 3 for this white solid. So just drag this matte 2 over on this color layer just drag this matte 3 over on this white solid, just like this. Click on this toggle switches, and here we have this track matte option. So select this media 2 and change this track matte to alpha matte. Select this color layer, change this track matte to alpha matte. Select this white solid and change this track matte to alpha matte. And we will get this type of animation. Now let's create a time gap between these animation. So select this matte 1, 2 and 3. Hit U on the keyboard to open these active keyframes, and let's create a time gap between these 3 layers. So just go to on 5 frame forward in time right over here. Select these keyframes and drag all the keyframe on frame number 5. Go to 5 frame forward in time on frame number 10, and this time we have to select all the keyframes for matte 1 and drag it on frame number 10. And finally we will get this type of effect, as you can see. Now let's close all the layers. It's looking like this. Now let's do some changes with the matte one by one. So select this matte 1 only, hit U on the keyboard to open these keyframes. Place the CTI right over here on this last keyframe, and select this path. Highlight these 2 controlling points. Hold shift on the keyboard, press right arrow key and just drag it like this. Alright, now let's do the same thing for this color matte. So select this matte 2, hit U on the keyboard and just place the CTI on the last keyframe. Select this path, highlight this control point, press right arrow key 2 or 3 times, just like this. And finally we will get this type of nice and simple effect. Alright, now let's close all the layers, and after that select this media 2 and matte 1, right click on that, click on pre-compose, and this is going to be blur effect, so let's call it blur. Check this option, move all attributes into the new composition, hit OK. Now select this color and the matte 2, right click on that, do the same thing, click on this pre-composition, and this is going to be color, so let's call it color. Check this option, move all attributes into the new composition, hit OK. Let's do the same thing for this third one. So select this white solid and the matte 3, right click on that, click on pre-compose. This is going to be white solid, so let's call it white solid. Check this option, move all attributes into the new composition, hit OK. And after that we have to apply drop shadow effect on it. So just go to effect and preset and search for drop shadow. So this is our drop shadow effect. Let's apply this drop shadow on this blur layer. Let's do some settings. So I'm going to set this opacity maybe 25%. Let's increase the distance maybe 10. Let's increase the softness maybe 100. And we will get this nice drop shadow effect. Now let's apply the same drop shadow effect for this color and the white solid. So hit Ctrl C on the keyboard to copy this drop shadow effect. Select this color layer, hit Ctrl V to paste. Select this white solid, hit Ctrl V to paste. Alright. And now we have nice and simple effect, as you can see. Just select this color and go to this drop shadow effect, and let's down the opacity maybe 15%. Select this white solid and let's down the opacity maybe 15%, and it's looking perfect, as you can see. Just go over here maybe, and let's trim the media composition and make the beginning portion transparent, just like this. We can use this section for overlapping. Alright. And now we have to apply some text on it. So select this T icon and let's type a text right over here. So close this effect and preset and open this character. If you can't see this character, then go to window and check this option character. And first of all, we have to select a font style. So in this case, I am using this Gotham black font style. The font link is given in the description. You can check it out, and let's type anything that we want. Hit Ctrl A to highlight all, and let's increase the size, maybe 100. Select this move tool and just set it right over here, maybe just like this. Now let's create a line over here. So select this rectangle tool, select this yellow color, and let's create a line just like this. Just select this layer, right click on that, click on rename, and call it line. Select this move tool and place it like this. And after that, we have to type some description over here. So select this text tool, click over here and type anything that we want. Hit Ctrl A to highlight all, and let's down the size a bit. So I'm going to set it to 40%. Let's change the font style to Gotham and set it to medium, and select this move tool. Let's arrange it like this. Alright, now select these three layers, hold shift on the keyboard, press up arrow key, and just set it like this. Alright, now just go to on 3.5 seconds, hit P on the keyboard to open this position property, click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe on position property and lock this position as it is. Go to 2 seconds back in time, maybe 1.5 seconds. Let's drag the text outside of this frame, just like this. Now select all the keyframes, hit F9 on the keyboard to easy ease them. Go to your graph editor, highlight these point, hold this handle and just drag it like this. And close this graph editor. And here we have this nice and simple text animation. Alright, we have to create time gap between these layers. So what we have to do, just go to 5 frame forward in time from this keyframe and just drag these two keyframe on frame number 5. Just go to 5 frame forward in time, select these two keyframe and place it like this. It's looking much more interesting, as you can see. Alright, now close all the layers, and finally we have to apply adjustment layer on it. So just go to layer, go to new, and take a new adjustment layer, right click on that, click on rename, call it adjustment, and let's apply curves effect. So go to effect and preset and search for curves. Let's apply these curves on this adjustment layer. Select this blue channel. Let's increase the blue saturation just like this. And now it's looking much more interesting. And after that, just select this color and go to effect and preset and search for fill. So this is our fill effect. Let's apply this fill effect on this color and just drag this fill over on this drop shadow, and you can pick any color from here. Let's select this color, maybe, hit OK. Now you can apply same fill effect on this line. So let's drag and drop, and after that just open this color effect fill, and here we have this color, and open same thing in this line. So open effect, open fill. Let's increase the size of this layer window, and I'm going to parent the color of this line with this color. So hold Alt on the keyboard and click on this stopwatch button, and let's parent this color with this yellow color. All right. So as you can see, we can change the color very easily from here. Hit OK. And now it's almost done. So just click on fit button, set it to full resolution. Let's take a look. Alright, so it's looking awesome, and that's all for this tutorial. I hope you guys like it. If you like it, then hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification for more interesting videos. Also hit the like button for this video. My name is Vikas and I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.